You've been busy. I've been following your social media accounts. Yesterday you had some session with Esteban. How did that go?
Well, it's been a lot of. I can take that first. It's been a lot of gaming lately. Actually, too much. And I've done this Sober World Cup in dirt, and then I did this R Factor now for a few weekends, and then this came up with the Formula One. They asked me, and then yeah, it's been a lot of training, and I did a little bit with Esteban, some fun playing, and so it's okay. But it's not easy. I have a good pace, but I can't find a few tenths. Then you need to be a younger or a gamer, I think.
Mm-hmm. When specifically did you start driving simulators?
This year.
This year, so just few weeks, few months.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, after we got stuck back home, you know, I needed to do something, and we got the new game, PC and everything for Oliver, and it seems like he's not driving at all anymore. It's just me, so I need to get one more simulator now.
How did you end up driving for Renault in Formula One? Like you said, Formula One debut at the age of 45.
Yeah, it's strange, but it's some cooperation with my old engineers from Rally Time is there. The PR woman is from there, and also Castrol is I'm a ambassador for Castrol. So it's many things that made this they want to do it, and maybe I was stupid to say yes to it because it's a lot of work. But it's a good challenge. I will not be so fast for sure, but I need a couple of more months if I'm going to learn this F1 game properly. You know?
Mm-hmm. But you succeeded last weekend in Legends Trophy, and that was also circuit racing, right?
That's circuit racing, the R Factor, yeah, getting better and better every time. And obviously this is more old-fashioned cars. So I have a race there tonight, and then that's with Montoya, Button, all these guys. And I just came from a little bit practicing now. I started that after the Formula One testing yesterday, and then this morning. So I was leading before I went down to the interview in front of Button and everybody. So we will see tonight. And tomorrow is only focus on the Formula One in the morning.
Yeah. You said that you're actually driving perhaps a bit too much. Tell me about your driving sessions. How much do you drive, for example, in a day with the simulator?
Well, yesterday I maybe drove 8 hours Formula One race, yeah, for testing, trying to find 1/10 there and 1/10 there, and it's difficult to. I see what they do and I do the same thing, but I can't get the time properly, you know. And it's so small details, you know. I'm a rally driver, you know. It's not the same as a Formula One driver.
Mm-hmm. From the video you shared where you were driving with Ocon, I noticed that you had especially big problems with the braking. Is that the biggest difference?
Well, the braking is good, but it's small details of how you brake and change down the gears. And I was driving with Lundgaard yesterday, and he said he had used 2 years to understand this Formula One game for how you can brake and engine brake and stuff like that. So I can see exactly what they mean. And but at the same time, you know, it's so small details. I'm few tenths behind, and to do that every single lap and consistency, you know, it's a little bit difficult. So we will see. I tried to look at some more filming yesterday, and I have also a one training session today, and we'll see. I've been thinking and dreaming last night about a couple of things, so I will try that today.
If someone would have said to you last year, let's say after Rally GP, that in 6 months, in 7 months, you are going to spend 6 to 8 hours a day driving with a simulator, what would you have said to him?
No chance. You know, it's for the young guys. But after this happened with this R Factor thing, we have this chat room, you know, with from Kitty and Button and everything. We were keeping on messages, you know, from all over the world last night, and it's actually really good fun, like socializing, you know, between all the drivers where we meet sometimes, and now we can have fun together, and I think that's I actually enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. I look forward to seeing you racing today and tomorrow. I don't know if Sandra told you, but I also like to talk a little bit something about the WRC things.
Yep.
We know that you're dreaming of your own WRC team. You have been dreaming, and you're still dreaming. Where are you going at the moment with this thing?
Well, first of all, you know, I run the team since 2009 in rallying, and then we went over to Rallycross, and we run the Volkswagen team with a huge success with 6 World Championships in my own team, and then also with the Polo. So we have all the things ready with buildings and people, and but obviously when Tommy Mekin can do it, I can definitely do it. And for sure we need more manufacturers and teams into the WRC. And I've been working on 2 manufacturers now for a long time, and now this with the Corona, it went a major setback. So it's going very, very slow now.
Mm-hmm. Can you estimate something? When are we going to hear something more about this project?
Now it's very difficult to say, you know, but I keep on working, and we just have to let the time go and take step by step here.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it sounds weird question, but why do you want to have your own team? What's the special? Why do you want to have your own team? What's the feeling you get from running your own team?
Well, I had success in rallying. I had success in rallycross with the team and the philosophy how we are working. Oliver have a good success. He's running everything by himself, and I need something to do. And I think my speciality is to get things up and going, running and winning. And I think it's more of the philosophy, but you need some challenges in life, and I normally get things done. So let's see if I can do this also. But we all need dreams. It's so important, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I had a dream to win the R Factor also, and I did last week, and so I'm, you know, I'm happy.
If you could choose any 2 drivers for your team, anyone from the past, from the present, anyone, who would you choose? 2 drivers, and why?
I think the dream team would have been me, Tommy Mekin, and Colin McRae. And I think Colin McRae, because he was my good friend and good character, good driving style, good fun. Maybe not the fastest driving style anymore, but fantastic character. And Tommy is Tommy, great friend, and I love his mentality and his humor and his motivation about when he's doing something. Very nice driving style, and professional. So I think this would have been a really, really cool team.
Mm-hmm. You have one very talented young guy in your own family, Oliver. Does he have a spot in your team?
Well, he have to do it in his own way, you know, and you know, he's good, but it's so much to learn and so much more experience to gain from every rally. And you see Kalle Rovenpera now, a fantastic driver. He's under the good in a good team now with Ogier and with Tommy. So I think he's in a very good position. But of course, that's Oliver's dream also. So he just have to go his own speed and just work hard and no stress. And we will see. It's all about the speed and consistency. And if I get the team, yeah, if it's fast, we have to take him in.
Mm-hmm. You already mentioned Tommy, and speaking about your own WRC team, you're kind of going in his footsteps, like you said. Have you talked with Tommy about how it's like to run a WRC team?
Yeah, I talked to Tommy a lot, and he's also helping me a lot there, you know, with different things. So he's a good man, and of course he also really want me to try to get the team so we can get the sport even bigger in WRC, and because the sport is fantastic. You have the live TV now, and a lot of good drivers. So I think you just have to wait and see. But yes, Tommy is helping a lot, and that's very nice.
Hmm. The relationship between you and Tommy, you have mentioned a few times that you are dear friends, and he came to Subaru in 2002. You spent 2 years together there, and when he came, he was a superstar, 4 times world champion, and you were a young gun coming up the ranks.
Yeah.
Did you get along right from the get-go? Because you beat him 2 times.
We got along. We got along straight away, and okay, he's a little bit older, but it doesn't feel like he feels like he's younger than me sometimes, you know. And
Mhm.
so we went very well together. We had a lot of fun together. But I must say he was very, you know. That's why I respect Tommy a lot, because he was not that guy who was trying to hide things or trying to be smart, or he was a team player. He wanted to help much as possible, and well, luckily he was 4-time world champion already. So um, I think he helped me a lot in many areas to get actually this championship. So I'm appreciated for that. But he was a good team player, very good.
Mhm. If you look back 17, 18 years, was it somehow visible already back then that you and Tommy both have the kind of qualities that you might be running your own team at some point? Were you kind of leaders as a drivers? Did you have
Well,
some leadership qualities?
the thing is, it's about how you take care of your people that work for you, and the second thing is that how much do you want to win. And we both are farmers, and I think when we're coming from this background, you know, you have a lot of good qualities, you know, with many things and areas. So um, it's all about achieving things in life, and well, when Tommy did it like that, you know, I was very proud. I think it was really good fun, and you know, if you have the qualities, I don't know on every area, but that's where you have to get the best people around you to have best people in different positions. So I think a lot of the experience we are sitting with is helping in the total picture, basically. You know?
Mhm. I think it was 2 days ago you had a takeover in Volkswagen Motorsport Instagram with
Yeah.
Oliver, and someone asked you what was your toughest point in 2003 season, and you said that it was the after party with Tommy. What can you tell me about that after party?
The thing is, no, it's great fun. Is it? You know, we had a good fun, and he was so proud and so happy for me. And you have to remember that Tommy was also giving his private plane for me to get back home to Norway. And just when I came to the airport, he also came, and he wanted to come back with me to see how it was in my country when I was world champion. And which sportsman will do that, you know? And we came to Gardermoen, and helicopter was ready with a red carpet straight to my hometown. It lives 4,500 people there, and it was over 10,000 people in that town. Live TV from NRK, and it was a huge thing. So I must say it was a tough one. It was a lot of things happening after that victory.
I can only imagine. Great memories. Uh, Speaking of memories, one last question. I'll bring in some nostalgic because 16 years ago in Finland, you did something that basically change Rally Finland somehow. You went so fast in Ouninpohja that we haven't proper Ouninpohja since then, and now we don't have it anymore. Are you sorry at all for what you did to us in Finland? We lost Ouninpohja.
Well, the thing is actually a very special story, because on that week on the recce on the first day of the race, I had 41 in fever. So I was throwing up and I was very, very sick, and I did a mistake and I went off on Friday, because I couldn't focus properly at all, and I reset and got back on the rally on Saturday. And then you have one aim, and it's to go fast as possible. And I was actually, the fever had gone down, but what a fantastic stage, incredible, and it's maybe one of the most famous stages in the world. For people, Ouninpohja, and you have Collettirini and stuff like that, and I was a great stage. The inboard looks fantastic, and also my co-driver Phil Mills, how he's reading the pace notes, it's great. So I hope it will come back again, definitely.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens when they perhaps switch the cars to a bit slower ones, so maybe they can bring back Ouninpohja then.
The cars are fast now, for the aerodynamic and stuff, it's incredible. So we'll see what's happening with the new rules and what's happening. And at the end of the day, it's the sport itself who's very, very good. It's maybe not the top speed and stuff, as long as it's equal between every driver and the teams. But the sport, for sure, it's incredible. It's different than Formula One, for sure, and but both of them are very unique.
Mm-hmm. Very well said. Petter, thank you. This was a privilege. I'm more than happy, and I'm ready to let you go back practicing for the races.
I will.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.